Yo, what's happening? Welcome back to another Coleman 4-in-1 grill cooking video. I'm out here in the van. It's about 37 degrees, so it's not super horrible. It's raining. It's a little cold, but today I'm gonna be cooking up some breakfast. I've got some bacon and some eggs, so I am going to mess around with cooking some breakfast here on my Coleman 4-in-1 grill. I've not done a whole lot of that. I'm gonna try and use that flat skillet side, and we'll see what happens. All right, so here's the grill with the flat side on. I'm gonna go ahead and get it fired up here. I think we're running. Yeah, we're cooking. We're going. Like I said before, you got to get real good at listening for the flame. If you go too low, you might put it out. One issue I've had with this grill. There's not been too many, but that is one of them. So I'm going to let that heat up a little bit, and then I'll slap some bacon on there. And I didn't actually bring any butter or oil or anything. I'm kind of hoping that the bacon grease is going to be enough to keep my eggs from sticking. Get the bacon cooked first, and then once I got that grease floating in there, I'll smack the eggs on it. We'll see. That's how I usually tend to operate. If you haven't had eggs cooked in bacon grease, you need to try it. It's freaking delicious. Mess around with some bacon first, and then smack some eggs into it. Oh, it's so good. Alright, so now that that's warmed up some, I've got this thick cut bacon. I'm going to go ahead and smack some of that on the grill. Heck yeah, smacking some bacon on the grill. Nothing wrong with that. I think it's not quite going to fit. Yeah, just about. It's close enough. I'm going to smack like 3 pieces of bacon on here. I think 3 pieces of bacon is good for a breakfast. So you go to these restaurants, and it's always 2. No matter what, it's always like 2 sausages, 2 bacons. Come on. I need a little more bacon than that. Let's get like 3 pieces of bacon, and that's like ideal breakfast right there. So yeah, we're going to let that cook up a little bit. We'll check back once it's time to like flip it. And we'll see how much grease I'm accumulating. Hopefully it's enough to kind of smack those eggs into it, but we will see. So I'm thinking once this is all done, like once the bacon and eggs are all finished, I'm going to close up the van, maybe fire it up. I like to run it once in a while, especially during the winter. Keep everything moving, because it's been parked here for a little bit. And so yeah, I'll close it up, run the van, I'll throw on my heater, and I'll chill out here and just eat some bacon and eggs. And yeah, I think that's the plan. This bacon's cooking up real nice. I don't know if you can hear that sizzling behind me. Let's check in on it. We'll maybe go ahead and flip it. There you have the bacon. I hope you can hear it sizzling. It sounds real nice. I'm gonna go ahead and flip it, and I'm gonna do this the way you probably shouldn't. I'm gonna go ahead and do it by hand. Not a good idea usually to mess around with it like this. You get some freaking bacon grease burns. I worked in a restaurant for a lot of years, so my hands are kind of like impervious to heat. It doesn't bother me that much. Not impervious, I mean, but I could touch some pretty hot stuff. Like I could just kind of touch this bacon. It doesn't bother me too much. Like I could flip it by hand. Ain't no big thing. But I wouldn't recommend doing that. Definitely get you some tongs or something to flip that. So yeah, now we're just gonna let that cook up on this side for a little bit. Maybe get one more flip because there's a couple spots that aren't quite cooked enough. Maybe you need to change the heat a little bit. But I want to build up that grease so that way I've got a nice surface for cooking my eggs. Alright, so that bacon's looking super nice. I came across a little bit of a problem. I'm on a hill. Well, the front end kind of sits a little lower anyway. I got jack stands. I usually, like when I'm parked for a while, I'll jack up the front end a little bit to kind of make it level. But you can see that grease is kind of running off to that end, which is a little bit of a problem. But I'm going to go ahead and flip this bacon one more time. And I think that's going to be good. And I'll be able to take it off and throw my eggs on. Or maybe throw it to the side and throw the eggs on. There we go. That's looking real nice. I just don't want my grease to run off. I may have to like put something up under the front of these, under the front of this table leg to kind of keep it up a little ways. That may be the way to go. Alright, so I've leveled that table off a little bit. I put some things under the legs of this table I'm on. And that bacon is just about done, so I'm thinking I'm going to pull it off here. And then I'm going to throw some eggs on it. I got a good amount of grease. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can see it there. I got a good amount of grease there. That's going to be perfect for cooking up my eggs. Heck yeah. Can you hear it sizzle? I hope you can hear it sizzle. Alright, so yeah, I got my plate here. I'm going to go ahead and just pull the bacon off. Actually, I'm going to put a paper towel down first. Kind of soak up some of the excess grease. It's always a good idea when you're dealing with bacon. So now we got that paper towel on a plate. I'm going to take off this bacon. It's always hard to judge when bacon's done. You'll pull it off of there when it looks underdone, and you let it sit for a little bit, and bam, suddenly it's overcooked. Bacon is always a tough one. Alright, so now we got some nice grease going on there. I got me some eggs. I think I'm only going to smack like 2 eggs on there. I'd say that 2 eggs is like a reasonable amount of eggs. 1 egg is weird. 2 eggs is good. If you go 3 eggs, it's a little weird. You kind of got to keep with like 2, 4. You don't want to mess with them odd number of eggs. I'm gonna crack an egg on here. I'm just gonna go ahead and go like that. Bam. See, and that's cooking up real nice in that bacon grease. I may have to move it a little bit. I kind of didn't think too far ahead on how I'm going to get a second egg on there. I kind of want to keep it loose. I don't want it sticking. Okay. We're doing alright. It's not sticking so far. Okay. I think I got it loose to where I can kind of slide it out of the way. Yeah, there we go. That's good. Get a little bit of this grease here. I'm going to pop a second egg in there. Because like I said, 2 eggs is a reasonable amount of... Oh, I got shells. Alright, I got some shells in there. I kind of just had to maneuver them to the side. I don't know. Have you ever seen an egg that happens? That's a little strange. I cracked it. And it gave me that freaking, a little bit of a membrane there. It's like really weird. But I'm gonna pop this on here if I can. Okay, there we go. Second egg is in. I moved the shells to the side. I couldn't quite get them out of there, so I just kind of pushed them off. Alright, so this one, it's time to flip. We're going to give it like a second on that side. You don't want to let it cook too long on the second side. This one, I'm going to make sure it's not sticking. Seems like we're doing good. Yep, the bacon grease is working. Yep. Looking good. This one, about time to pop it off. Don't want to cook it too long on that second side if you want to have some of that yolk. I probably cooked it too long on the first side because I messed around and stuff, but it is what it is. It's still going to be a delicious breakfast. Look at how good this looks. This one, I like them with a little bit of yolk, so I'm going to flip that one early. We'll get a little bit more yolk out of this one. Let that cook for like a second. We don't want to go too crazy. Fry up that yolk. You want that yolk nice and runny. I mean, I'd say that's probably enough. To be honest. Let's pop that one off of there too. Try not to break the yolk. Bam. Got 2 eggs. Looking real nice. I'm gonna shut the grill off. Look at that bacon. See what I was saying? You pull it off and it might look a little bit underdone, but it gets nice and crispy as you let it sit. 1 piece of bacon, 2 pieces of bacon, 3 pieces of bacon. There's your freaking breakfast. Look at that. Look at how nice that looks. Right here on the Coleman 4-in-1 grill. You cook your bacon, you cook your eggs. You can do it all here. Incredible stuff. Incredible stuff. It's a little cold, so I'm going to close this door up and I'm going to throw on some heat and chill out and eat this. Alright, so here we are, the finished product. Look at that. A couple of eggs, 3 pieces of bacon. Looking pretty nice. I smacked some Himalayan pink salt and some fresh ground pepper on there. I think this is going to be pretty freaking good. So let's mess with this bacon. Super nice. Got a little bit of crispness to it, but also the chewiness you like to see. I mean, it depends on who you are. Some people like a super crispy bacon. Some people like a chewy bacon. This is right about where I like it. Got some crispiness, but it's still a little bit chewy. Just like slightly in between where most people lie on the bacon line, I guess. Freaking delicious. Excellent bacon. Gotta go with that thick cut too. The thick cut is super nice. So here's why I make a dippy egg and bacon. I call it a dippy egg. I don't know what most people call it. Probably like over easy or whatever. I like to take my bacon and dip it in the yolk. Perfection right there. That is a good Coleman 4-in-1 breakfast. Let me get one more dip on this yolk, because that is so good. Bacon dipped in that yolk. Amazing. Heck yeah. So that is a super nice, super easy breakfast you can make on the Coleman 4-in-1 grill using that flat top. I'm sure you can also cook like some pancakes, stuff like that on there. You could probably even toast some bread on that. Or you can flip it over, use the grill side, and toast your bread so you get them little grill lines. But this thing is super nice, super compact, really easy to use, and so many different uses, so many different things you can do with it. I mean, if you've watched, I'll link the videos, but I made chicken wings on it. I made steak and asparagus on it. And now I'm cooking up eggs and bacon on it. I've done, well, actually my buddy Chase did when we were in Shenandoah. We did some sausage. We'd cook up some sausage, like you get the roll of spicy sausage. Smack that into that wok side. Get that grilling up. Throw a little oil in there. Smack some eggs in there. Scramble it up like a nice egg and sausage kind of scrambler. Maybe throw some mushrooms in there. Super good. There's just so much you can do with this. The only problem I have is I don't have a way to ventilate it right now, so like I'm just kind of cooking with the door open, which isn't horrible if it's nice out, but when it's 37 degrees, it's a little bit of a bummer. But it is what it is. Gotta work with what you got. I'm eat a little more of this egg. It's freaking excellent. It came out like just how I like it too. I'm having a hard time cutting it. See, the other thing too that I like to do, you take that bit of egg outside and you can kind of dip that in the yolk too, and that's a pretty nice way to go about it. But anyways, guys, that's gonna end it off here. Thanks for watching another video. Hopefully you enjoyed, and if you did, be sure to like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure to check out some of the other content. I got videos where I'm working on building this van up. More of them coming soon, probably this summer. I'm doing some mead making. I've done a few guitar lessons. I don't know how good I am at it, but if you're interested in learning guitar, might be a thing for you to check out. And I appreciate you watching. Thanks for subscribing, everybody that subscribed. We're up to like 800 and something subscribers, which is insane. Way beyond where I thought I was going to go with this, But I absolutely appreciate it. Thanks to everybody. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I will see you in the next one.